What have you done with her? 3 days earlier. Wednesday. Chapter 2. Bloomfield Villas, London, 0300. Help! Please! Someone! My voice came out as a whisper, croaky and weak, though in my head I was screaming. I was short of breath, dizzy and exhausted. My blood pressure was dropping, my pulse thready. I started to shake. My skin felt cold and clammy. I was lightheaded and nauseous. My body was going into shock, flooding with epinephrine. A reaction to the blood loss. Without an IV, I'd die. If I hadn't been tied up, I could have put pressure on my stab wounds to stem the bleeding. I could have loosened my clothes and elevated my legs. I could have called an ambulance too, I thought, looking over at my mobile phone, lying inches out of reach in a spreading pool of blood. Snap to, MacKenzie. I inhaled deeply from my diaphragm to steady my breathing. Preserve your strength. That's what they taught us. Don't waste energy on things you can't control. And yet my mind was a kill house. Thoughts ricocheting off the walls, firing off in every direction. Multiple sharp force injuries to the upper torso, cuts to the breasts and legs, extreme overkill. This homicide was personal. How many crime scenes have I attended? How many killers have I profiled based on their handiwork? Except I was the victim now. Someone else would be examining my body and looking for clues. Would they understand what had happened here? Would they see what I would have seen? As the dull, throbbing pain in my ribs became dagger-sharp, the front door to our apartment block opened, and Duncan came out into the street holding a steaming bowl of pasta. I could smell the homemade tomato sauce and freshly grated parmesan from the pavement. It made me want to puke. I knew what was coming next. I watched my husband twirl the spaghetti round his fork and bring it to his lips. My heart squeezed. The panic rose as bile in my esophagus. In the distance there was a buzzing noise, loud and insistent. I tried to shout, to warn him what was about to happen, but my voice was locked in my throat. He must have sensed me, though, because at that moment, he looked right where I was lying. My body bound, my flesh punctured with open-mouthed lesions. And yet he didn't react. Why isn't he moving out of the way? Duncan, get down! Nothing. Despite all my training and years of experience, there wasn't a single damn thing I could do to save him. The bullet came then, the bullet I knew would come, the bullet I couldn't stop, fired from an unmarked VW Crafter with no plates. An execution shot which blasted my husband's forehead, leaving a deep circular wound with seared edges and heavy tattooing. His knees buckled, his body tilted forward, and he collapsed onto the concrete, the poppy in his buttonhole sprayed with arterial blood. I screamed again, and this time the sound came out so loudly it woke me up. My heart was clobbering, the sheets soaked in sweat, my husband's spot cold as a grave. My mobile was vibrating on the nightstand next to the device I'd found only hours earlier. Backlit on the screen were 3 words. Scotland Yard Homicide. Chapter 3. I fumbled for the switch on my bedside lamp and answered the phone in a sleep-furred voice. Since quitting the Special Forces and going freelance, there have been plenty of late-night briefings, critical updates and pre-dawn crime scene visits. But a 0:30 call from Scotland Yard when I wasn't part of an investigation, that was new. Whatever this was about, it wasn't going to be a beach barbecue, that's for sure. Ziba MacKenzie. I reached for a biro and pad of paper, my brain already shifting into first.
Mac, DCI Falcon here. Apologies for the ungodly hour, but we need your help. We have...
He hesitated.
A situation.
He was rattled. This was serious then. Falcon.